Happy Thursday. The NBA playoffs are right around the corner, thank goodness. And we got the G's of threes today. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we're here to talk some basketball as we get so close to the end of the regular season. I cannot wait for the playoffs. It is just upside down and backwards in the NBA. It is very tough to predict right now. I had a great streak going in the NBA and MLB. And then the last few days, I decided to go cold on both sports at the same time. Apparently, they just go hand in hand. But we'll go over the bets recap for the last 2 days because we did miss yesterday's video. And because we missed yesterday, like I mentioned, we will have the G's of threes. If you're new to the channel, it's a new little research help that we do once a week. So we only got a 5-game slate in the NBA today with less than 2 weeks to go. So we got some seeding, we got some playoff races going on. It's getting intense, although some teams are not playing very intense. But anyways, we're going to get right into it. And of course, we got that first dad joke, and then we'll start the video. So here we go. You should never buy anything made from Velcro. It's just a total ripoff. That is so dumb. I love it. Okay, in this video, we're going to recap the last 2 days, talk defenses that give up the most points, rebounds, and assists to the power forward position. And then, like I said, we got the G's of threes, the hottest three-point shooters in the last 8 games. We'll go through all that and the matchups. And then we got our best bets, and we wrap it all up with the bets recap. So hit that like button, leave a comment below. It's been a long NBA season. The first half was much better than the second half, but we keep grinding all the way to the end. Let's see if we can get hot riding into the playoffs. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we are very close to 23,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who comments every day, who hits that like button, takes time out of their day to help support us. We really appreciate it. Let's get it started, and it starts with that recap. All right, this recap just sucks. Let's just face it and say what it is. It's been rough out there, but Tuesday, we're going to recap the last 2 days. DiVincenzo, 12-plus points was easy. I mean, he more than doubled that, I believe. Colin Sexton, 20-plus points, guys. It's just another NBA thing. I mean, we took the points prop down so we didn't have to get hooked, and we still got hooked. Sexton shot 6 for 14 and scored 19. 1 point away again. And then Mike Conley under 7.5 assists. That was easy. I think he had 5 or 6. And then Russell, 5+ assists. He had that early in the third quarter for a winner. And then Brook Lopez was absolutely useless. I guess just a terrible read on my part. Just horrendous. It's like he wasn't even there. How could he be 7 feet tall and have like barely any rebounds against the Wizards? I don't get it. Anyways, Wednesday was terrible again. Jalen Suggs over 14.5 points plus assists. That should not be a lot to ask if you're starting point guard playing like 30 minutes. He couldn't get it done. He didn't shoot that much. When he did shoot, he didn't shoot that well. He didn't have many assists. I mean, the forwards in that game, Franz and Boncaro, and there's another guy too who had more assists than him. I mean, I don't even get it. And then it was a blowout at one point. So it is what it is. And then we took D'Angelo Russell 5+ assists again, and Dennis Schroeder under 6.5 assists. They both suck. Dennis Schroeder just had the game of his life with assists versus the hardest matchup of the NBA. D'Angelo Russell had 1 assist. He had 1, guys. 0 at halftime. I can't even make that up. The point guard that should get 6 or 7 a game got 1. You know what? It's terrible. Just terrible reads by me, and we got to get better. And so that's the last 2 days. It sucks. At one point, if you were new to the channel, we were up near in the 10 to 15 unit range and trying to work our way to 20. And the end of the NBA season has just crushed us, has hit us hard. So I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to make sure we do quality over quantity. I'm not going to be giving you guys 4 bets a day or anything like that. So hopefully we can get some winners starting today. But before we get to those best bets, let's talk the power forward position. All right, those are the defenses giving up the most points to the power forward position. As you can see on this first page, there are no matchups today, but that doesn't mean you can't get any winners. With the Lakers giving up the most, followed by the Warriors, Raptors, Celtics, and Clippers to that power forward position. And then Giannis, as always, Jason Tatum, Lauri Markkanen, Zion, so on and so on. No real surprises here. Miles Bridges, Kawhi Leonard, and Jalen Williams are all kind of questionable with injuries, so just be sure to keep an eye on all 3 of those. But anyways, those are the points per game. Take a screenshot, go get some winners. Now let's check out the rebounds. All right, we only got 1 matchup here on the rebounds, and that is the Sacramento Kings facing the New York Knicks and Precious Achiuwa. He has 8 rebounds per game. His minutes have kind of been all over the place. Plays a little center sometimes too, but anyways, just want to put him up here and let you guys know what's been going on. Other than that, no real surprises. Aldama's been playing well for the Grizzlies, 7.4 rebounds, along with Naz Reid with Karl Anthony Towns out. So those are the rebounds. Take a screenshot and let's go check out the assists now. We got two matchups here with the LA Clippers facing Aaron Gordon and the Denver Nuggets. 4-point assists per game for Aaron Gordon, and the Clippers giving up about 5. Knicks 4.92 facing Trey Lyles and the Kings, who is averaging 4 assists per game. I'm pretty sure Trey Lyles plays mostly power forward, but if you're a Kings fan, you may know the exact detail. Again, NBA is positionless, so it is hard to tell. So, these assists aren't as important to me as other stats when it comes to power forwards. Just because you can see from team 1 to team 2, it's still less than assist different, like I've talked about before. But anyways, there's the list for the assist. Take another screenshot. Hopefully these 3 pages can get you winners today and through the weekend as we do a new position every single day. Now, before we get to those best bets, we got to talk the G's of threes. All right, here we go. If you are new to the channel, these are the hot shooters in the last 8 games. That's right, we talk last 8 games. If someone played less than 8 games, you will see a note next to it saying 6, 7 games, whatever it is, just to kind of help you do the math and how many shots they're taking, making per game, all that. And then on the right side, we added this a couple months ago, defenses giving up the highest 3-point percentage to the opponent. Not a certain position, just to their opponent in the last 8 games, just to kind of help you with matchups and things like that. The rule we use here is the 40-40 rule. You must have taken 40 or more threes and shoot 40% or better. So this is page 1. I'm not going to go through every single one. We got Terry Rozier heating up down there for the Miami Heat, shooting 49.2%. Everyone else is kind of right in that 40 to 42% range, except Deuce, Miles McBride, shooting 46.4%. So hopefully this helps you get some 3-point props, maybe points props if you see good matchups, things like that. But let's go check out page 2 now. And there he is in green, the leader in the clubhouse at the highest percentage in the last 8 games. Paul George, 30 for 57, 52.6%. He goes in cold streaks, and then when he gets hot, he gets absolutely in fuego. Other than that, we got Sam Hauser, 48.1%. As you can see, him and Naz Reid have actually both played 7 games. It was not the full 8. But other than that, no real surprises here. Grayson Allen's been up here most of the year. Corey Kispert, now that he's playing a little bit more, and so on and so on. You got Dame down there shooting 41.3%. So take a screenshot of that, and then let's go check out the final page. Cole Anthony, 48.8%, and Isaiah Cotton Eye Joe, 50%, and then Mike Conley, 51.2% in 7 games, 21 of 41. These guys obviously don't take as many threes, but it's in order from most to least threes, if you have not figured that out yet. And then over there on the right side, Cavaliers jumped up to number 1. Clippers have been up there for a while, giving up 41.7% to their opponent from 3. Just not very good numbers. And then Jazz have been right in that top 3, top 4 range for quite a while too, giving up about 40% to their opponents. So anyways, hopefully this is just something else that can help you get some winners throughout the week until we do it again about a week from now. But those are the G's of threes. And now let's talk the best bets. All right, this segment of the show is brought to you by our sponsor, Better Bet. That's BTR Bet, the best place to find, track, analyze, and share your bets. Click that link below and go sign up now. It is an awesome app. But my first bet, and only bet in this video because it's a small slate, and I've been telling you quality over quantity, although the last 2 days haven't even been quality. We are trying to bounce back here. I will give you a lean after this that I've been looking at that I may add even right after this video or maybe in the morning. But any added plays will be in the pinned comments, of course. So here we go. Warriors at the Houston Rockets. Warriors minus 3.5. Total in this game is 226.5. This is a crazy matchup, guys. Not only are these two teams fighting for that 10th spot in the play-in tourney, the Warriors are the number 1 road against the spread team in the NBA at 25-12. And the Rockets are the number 1 home team against the spread team in the NBA at 26-11-1. We got a matchup of the best ATS teams home and away. Over-under, both these teams are about 50% on over-under, so no need to give you exact numbers there. But my best bet in this game, that's right, I'm staying away from the player props. Give me the Warriors minus 3.5 at minus 120 on ESPN Bet. The Golden State Warriors. Please don't let me down. But you guys, they are in big-time playoff mode right now. Is what I'm trying to say. They have won 5 straight games now, including wins in Miami, win in Orlando, and they just beat the Dallas Mavericks last game. Those are not easy places to win. And the big reason is because of their defense. They are giving up 99 points per game in those last 5 games. The 3rd best defensive rating in the NBA the last 5 games. A big reason is because they are protecting the paint. They are only allowing 43.2 points per game in the paint, seventh best in the NBA. Also allowing the fourth lowest three-point percentage to their opponent at 32%. Warriors on offense, they like to score at the rim. They have been doing a lot more of that this season than we've seen them in the years past. They have scored the seventh highest percentage of their points in the paint lately in the last couple weeks. And the Rockets have given up the eighth most points to their opponent in the paint as well. So that plays right into their hands. Now the Rockets, they've been playing well lately as well. Anyways, you know what I mean. The Rockets had a big winning streak, but they've kind of come back down to earth a little bit. They've just lost two in a row. They rely on Jalen Green. Let's face it. They rely on him to go absolutely bonkers. There's no Şengün anymore. And sometimes when he's not efficient, not having good nights, their offense can struggle. And if you look lately, it's not exactly like their winning streak has just been absolutely domination of good teams. They lost to the last two good teams they played, which is the last two games, to the Mavericks and the T-Wolves. On that winning streak, they beat the Thunder without SGA. They beat the Blazers. They beat the Jazz by 1 point. They beat the Jazz again. They beat the Wizards. They beat the Bulls, etc., etc., etc. I'm not saying they're not playing good basketball or anything like that. They're still playing pretty good defense. But the Warriors are playing better defense right now. And when you give me a team like the Warriors, who have won championship after championship, with a lot of the same roster, the same head coach, and we are now getting close to playoff mode, and they are playing for their lives. They are the number one road against the spread team in the NBA this year. I don't trust this Houston Rocket team. They have a lot of unknowns, a lot of young guys, not a lot of guys that I think, in the big moment, they are definitely someone I trust more than the Golden State Warriors. I think the Warriors go into Houston, win the game, and cover the 3.5 points. So that is my first best bet of the night, and only one for this video. Again, there will be at least one more added in the morning. And speaking of one more, this is possible. This lean I'm about to talk to you about right here, I have not made this bet, so I'm not saying this is official. But Miles McBride over 16.5 points. Kings give up the most points to the shooting guard position in the last 15 days. There's possibly no Josh Hart. Take that for what it is. I don't know if that matters a lot. Obviously, they don't play the exact same position. And Miles McBride, he's going to be locked into huge minutes because, Tibbs, it's just what he does, and that's how Miles McBride plays. It should be a competitive game based on the spread, 3-4 point spread. Kings give up a lot of threes to the shooting guard. That's why they give up a lot of points. And, McBride's had some really big shooting nights where he's gone way over this. I like him to score 16.5 or over 16.5. Maybe alt line if you want to do an alt line parlay, but I think he has a good game here. So that's one of my leans. You could also look at Dante DiVincenzo for threes. Hopefully he has a big game. But that's my one lean and my one best bet for today. Now let's check out the bets recap. All right, look how big that is. It's one bet. The Warriors -3.5. That's -120 on ESPN bet. If you can only get -4, so I'm assuming it's going to move there in most books, if not all. I still like it there. Probably like it up to 4.5 or 5. I think they win this game. I think they play good D and probably hold the Rockets under 100 in this one. So give me the Warriors -3.5. Again, an added play will be in the pinned comments. We have an MLB video that will be out shortly, so be sure to check that out. But it's a busy night. I don't want to force anything right now. NBA is it's mind-blowing to me right now what's happening. So I want to make sure we give out some quality and not just 3 or 4 bets. So anyways, thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. Loving all the comments that we're getting every single day. But let's end the week strong. So anyways, hope you have a great Thursday, and we'll talk to you soon.